Hey guys, Dr. Ben here, Functional Medicine Centers, and I'm a little bit crooked this morning. Sorry about that. So good to have you guys on the video this morning. We're going to be talking about the immune system and things that you can do today to get your immune system working at optimal. So stick with us. We're going to go through 5 things. If you haven't already, like or follow our page. Tons of good videos, tips, shared links, all types of different things out there. Share this with anybody that you know that is worried about their immune system, that's worried about COVID, that's worried about any issue that could be coming their way. There's so many things that we can do for our immune system. Got to get this information out to the masses. So here's the deal. Over the last, it's 12 months at this point. Hey Nancy, good to see you. For anybody popping on, go ahead and let me know where you're watching from. Yesterday I had people from New York, had people from California, Texas, all over the place. So pop down below where you're watching from. I'll give you a shout out as well. So it's been a year now since we've had lockdowns, since we've had basically this change in our lives, and hopefully not forever, but change at least for the last 12 months. And what have we heard? We've heard wear a mask, social distance, wash your hands incessantly, don't go outside, don't be around people, now get the vaccine, do all these things. And what we haven't heard, hey, Messina, sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right, good to see you in Pennsylvania. Now, it's the vaccine, and it's the, okay, good, once I do that, then I'm going to be healthy, then I'll be okay, then I'll be safe. But here's the deal. There is nothing out there that is going to take the place of our immune system. Our immune system has evolved fighting off lots of different types of viruses, bacteria, all different things. And it's our innate intelligence inside of us that can fight off almost anything. So you have that ability inside of you. We don't need all of this external stuff to make us healthy. None of that's going to make us healthy. Sure, it might provide a little bit of protection, but you've got so much more potential inside of you to be able to fight things off than you do from being able to just block it from coming at you. Viruses are everywhere. My air ducts it's coming out of, it's going to, they travel over wind, over thousands of miles. It's everywhere, and we're going to get exposed. Hey Michelle, good to see you up there in Estes. How much snow did you guys get? We are going to be inundated with germs. That's just how it's going to be. But what is going to take place inside of you is the important part of what needs to happen. So here's 5 things that you can do today to get that immune system working as well as possible. Sleep is one of the biggest things that we look at. I always think about the immune system this way. Are there things that you can do to make your immune system worse? Well, if there are, then what if we counterbalance that and do the opposite of it? So if you're pulling all-nighters, if you're in college and you're having finals and not sleeping well, or have a baby or whatever it is and not sleeping well, your immune system is going to be depleted. So what happens if you add a full-blown week of good sleep, 2 weeks of good sleep? What if your sleep is really, really good? Well, that is very nourishing for your immune system. It's going to invigorate it. It's going to help that immune system stimulate when it's supposed to stimulate and drop down when it's not. So sleep is crucial. We've had lots of videos on sleep. You need to be able to turn down your lights before bed. Red, orange light bulbs are really good. You want to turn off all your devices. Do something like lavender or salt baths, relaxing music, a lot of different things to get yourself into that state. At least an hour before you want to go to sleep, you've got to start prepping yourself for that. Sleep colder, sleep quiet, sleep dark. Those are all really, really important. Number 2, we're going to talk about blood sugar and the immune system. This is a huge part of it. We talk about blood sugar all the time. My latest book, Blood Sugar Doesn't Lie, that's the whole point of it. Our blood sugar is telling us so much. And every time that blood sugar spikes up, we know it decreases the immune system. It decreases the natural killer cells, the cytotoxic T cells. It's going to decrease those for at least 4 hours. Some reports are up to even 24 hours. Hey Paula, good to see you there. And so we know that every time that blood sugar spikes up, your immune system is going to go down. So we've got to keep that blood sugar as steady as possible. 85 to 110 is where you've got to keep that blood sugar all day long. So that's a huge part of this process, keeping that blood sugar steady. And we don't want crashes either. Most people worry about the spikes, but we've had people in the last couple days, some major crashes in there, and we've got to get that stabilized out. Number 3 is going to be to stress less. So what does that mean? Well, stress we know is going to decrease the immune system. So what do? We've got to counterbalance that. You've got to use relaxation techniques, do yoga, deep breathing, meditation, prayer, whatever you need to do, you've got to decrease that stress response in the body. That cortisol shooting up decreases that immune response. Get out in nature. That's a huge one. So every Friday I'm out there. I've taken some pictures before, and it's a time when I can rejuvenate, when I can connect, commune, do everything I can to get my stress response down. So stressing less is important. Number 4, you've got to get your vitamin D optimized for your immune system. 60 to 80. If you haven't had your vitamin D tested, give me a thumbs up if you guys have had your vitamin D tested. And if you have, post the comment down below on what it is, and I'll tell you if you need more or less, and possibly even how much to take depending on your circumstances. So there's some thumbs coming up. So a lot of you have had your vitamin D tested. We want that vitamin D, that's 60 to 80. Oh wow, about 20 different thumbs up there. Great. So a lot of you guys have had your vitamin D tested. You want to be in that 60 to 80 range. Some people, it takes 10,000 a day to get to that range that we want to be in. A lot of people, they're taking 1 to 5,000, and it's not enough. So you've got to get your vitamin D optimized. Vitamin D research shows if it's over 50, going to have a lot less likelihood of going to the hospital with COVID, with dying with COVID. Sherry, so even though you're at 35, that's okay in the lab range, but you need to be closer to 60 to 80 for your vitamin D. So you've got to get that up. If you're not taking any, you've got to take some vitamin D. Vitamin D modulates the immune response. So it turns it up when it needs to, and it turns it down when it needs to as well. So it's a very, very important part of the immune system, autoimmunity, a lot of different things through there. So vitamin D is a crucial part of this immune system. And then we're going to talk about number 5, we're going to talk about exercise. And exercise, it can go both ways. Not enough exercise is stressful to the immune system. Too much exercise is stressful to the immune system. Most of you watching, probably it's not on the too much side, but some of you might be. So we need remember, we talk about 2 things. We talk about movement and we talk about exercise. Movement is that day in and day out, got to get moving. That's why I get on the treadmill every morning. I put in 2-3 miles while I'm journaling, writing, reading, praying, doing everything through there. And then I do my exercise piece. This morning, I was on the rower for about 2 minutes, did some sprint on there, did some wall balls, and then did some jump rope. Did that for about 15 minutes, and that was great. My heart rate's going, my muscles are moving, I'm feeling good, and I'm gonna have this energy all the way through, tonight and youth group with the kids and all types of stuff. It's gonna be rocking it the whole day because I've prepared my body that way. So exercise, we need to do some, but if your heart rate's going up too high, if you're exercising too long, those things are going to decrease that immune response. So you're not gonna be able to have that great energy. You're going to actually stress out the adrenal glands. The adrenals are our stress glands. There was a great study back in the 70s in the Soviet Union, back when they were really good in the Olympics, and they would draw blood out of people, these highly trained Olympic athletes, and they would look at what their hormones were doing. And what they found after about 30-35 minutes, even in these highly trained athletes, the testosterone, the growth hormone, these different hormones started crashing, and then the cortisol would have to jump up and make up for them. So then if somebody's working out past 35-40 minutes, most of the time they're going to be stressing out their adrenals, and once in a while that's okay. But if somebody's doing, I do 6 miles a day and they're running and it's an hour, this spin class, all these different things, that can be very stressful. So Don't go too long, don't go too hard on the exercise, but go just right. So it's kind of like the Goldilocks and the Three Bears. We want it just right. And there's that sweet spot. 180 minus your age is a great number to get into. Maintain that for 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever you feel comfortable at. And that's going to be a great part of getting this exercise where you need it to be. Get movement every day, walk, bike, something along those lines where you're just getting movement, but exercise you've got to do as well. So there's your 5 things. Sleep better, get your blood sugar stabilized, stress less, you want to get your vitamin D optimized, and you've got to do proper exercise. So not too much, not too little. Hope that helps. Pop down any questions below. Share this with anybody that you know out there. Love getting the information out there. Functional Medicine Centers, Fort Collins, Phoenix, Arizona, opening up in May in Nashville, Tennessee. So we love helping people, love giving you guys this information. If you need more in depth, get a hold of us. We can help people all over the country. So drop us a line and we will get you going down this path of health. Great to see you, Cindy. All right, take care, everybody.